Hey, what's up, guys? It's Keep Calm Clash On from Lucky 7, and I'm here to show you guys a video of a perfect war we had. It's actually our third perfect war in the past 2 months. We just had another one 12 days ago, and I apologize. I was really wrapped up with work, so I didn't get the chance to make a video for that one. But we're going to jump right into this one because I want to definitely show a few attacks and a couple defenses. And the first attack I want to show is Jim. So I'm going to kind of go through these a little bit quick, so I'm sorry if it's too fast, but my first attempt at this video almost turned into 25 minutes, and my phone and YouTube didn't like it very much. So he's a Town Hall 7 going against a Town Hall 8 defense here, and Jim, which is Soup, he does a really good job of funneling. He's got a lot of practice with dragons under his belt, and I like what he did here. He took a dragon just to get out that sweeper and focus on that sweeper. Because it was just kind of being a nuisance, and he brings in his balloons, and he just does a really good job of funneling here. So he just sweeps through this base. It's a really compact base, which is perfect for dragons and bringing in loons, and those are max balloons, so even those level 6 air defenses don't really stand much of a chance against all those balloons. It finally it almost takes them all out, but it doesn't get the job done for an easy 3-star. And the next one I'm going to go into is actually one of Soup's on his main account, where he cleaned up the number 6 in the other clan. And he did something a little bit different here, and I'm starting to see it more and more in our clan, and I like it, where he brings 2 haste spells instead of 4 rages. But he pulls out the clan castle here, and the clan castle is minions and a baby dragon. And I'm sorry, and this kind of goes to show the clan we're going against, either they're kids or they're really stupid or something, because you just don't do that, because part of the purpose of a baby dragon is to get it to rage up, and when it's surrounded by other air troops, it won't do it. So it did it for a second, but it didn't really serve a purpose, and now he just drops his queen and takes it out. So what he did here, because this base is kind of almost an anti 3-star base, or an anti air base, excuse me. The sweepers, the way that they're angled, what he does is he brings the haste in here, and the haste help get these balloons in faster to that first sweeper, so we can at least get one side working. Then he pulls his rage in, and he just takes out this base pretty easily. And I like the fact that he reuses 4 hounds, because the max hound that he uses produces a lot of lava pups. And if you look in there, you see all those lava pups on the sides. And there was probably, I think there was a few, 3 or 4 attacks in this war where the town halls actually end up getting taken out by the lava pup. So good 3-star there, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to speed this one up. And those lava pups just did a lot of damage there, so it was really good attack. I'm going to move into one of Jester's attacks really quick. He 3-starred there, number 5, which is a Town Hall 9, and he's a Town Hall 10, but this was an anti-3-star base. And this guy had one of his expos down and one of them up, and which is kind of weird to see, because usually in Town Hall 9s you either see the person with one up or one down. And he pulls the clan castle out, and Jester, when he hits a Town Hall 9, he typically always brings a heal spell, which I like. It actually helps out later on in the attack to help keep those balloons alive. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit, and one of the things that I like about what he did was he comes from the backside, which I love doing that against a anti-3 base, because usually you have to bring that in from the backside if you want to get all the defenses out. The lava hounds do a great job of pretty much picking up every bomb. And right here, there's that heal spell, and he uses it with a rage, and I like when people use those together. It gets those balloons completely full of health before it faces that Wiz Tower, which is the last of the splash damage. And he saved all of his minions, which that's how I prefer to attack, because you never know exactly where you might need those minions in order to finish up an attack for a 3-star. And his loons go right here. They take out that archer tower, and then they actually take out the heroes, which is great, because that archer queen would have probably taken out probably most of those minions out. So those balloons really kind of saved the day, and good job, Jester, on the 3-star. And the next one I want to show is actually my favorite attack in the war, which is one of Jeff's attacks. And don't go out and tell him this, because he'll gloat. But he did the same troops against number 3 and number 4, where he brings 10 bowlers and 22 miners, and then he's bringing max miners that I gave him in his clan castle. So what he does is he basically just uses a kill squad here. He does a really good job taking his wizards and spreading them around. Good job with his wall breakers and his spells. And Jeff is a very seasoned player. He knows when to use his spells. He knows how to use his spells. And he's really good at funneling. Great job with the poison right there just to slow down the attack speed of that dragon. And those bowlers, they go to town. He's got raged up on his king. Takes out one expo, takes out the town hall. Then he takes out, I believe he takes out the other expo as well, with his bowlers or his queen. It might be his queen that gets it done, but he's already dropped his miners, and this is what I want to focus on. This is why I love this attack so much. If you see these miners right here, he's got two groups, one on the outside and one on the inside. This outside one gets hit by a giant bomb where it loses some health, and right here they split up. But the key to this attack, and shows Jeff's, the seasoned player that he is being patient with spells. And a lot of people just can't be patient with spells because they're stressed out because they're nervous. But look right here. There's the giant bomb and the bomb from the bomb tower. And look at the health on his miners. Almost all of his miners are toasted. And he perfectly drops a heal spell. And they get healed while they are underground. So when they pop back up, almost all of his his miners are back at 80% health. And are at 100% health by the time they're done going through that ring. And look how many miners he still has alive in this attack. He probably has about 13, 14 miners still alive for a very easy 3-star. So, great job, man. I really like that attack, and it looked good. I want to show you my attack against number 2 really fast. And I actually did an attack I haven't done in a long time, which is a queen walk with Valks. And actually, the best part of this attack for me was my clan castle, and I'll explain why in a second. But I do a queen walk right here, and I was hoping it would go south, and it winds up going to the core, which still turned out all right. And I was hoping my wall breakers would have gone in that corner, but they didn't. But this is why I asked for 3 goblins in my clan castle when I do this attack. It helped take out that gold mine. Now watch it. These goblins are gonna help take out that elixir storage. But watch right here. See that giant bomb? None of my wizards got touched by that giant bomb because my goblins triggered it fast enough and it deployed fast enough that my wizards didn't get touched. And now my wizards stay alive longer. They didn't stay very long because of my golem getting everything else focused on my wizards instead of the golem. But even still, in another attack, it may have helped out more. Got my rage down, my freeze on the multi-target Inferno. Just had a level 1 single on the other side, which my queen takes out later. And my Valks kind of split up, but that's okay. It actually worked out because a lot of these defenses are really under, and he's going against fairly high level heroes. And it pretty much wraps it up for a 3-star. I had about 5 or 6 Valkyries that made it through the entire attack. I never even had to use my king's ability, and I had 2 archers to help out over on this side. So we're gonna move on. And we're going to watch my attack against number 1 really fast. And one thing about this base, and I'm going to talk about it, the first thing I'm going to do is, you see this cannon right here. He's got it sitting out there, and I'm going to use a balloon there. And the reason why is because I don't want a bunch of balloons when I drop them all to just go towards that cannon. And then it also got rid of a Seeking Air Mine. And then only 3 pops from my minion to take out that cannon. And because when I drop balloons on a base like this, is a very square base, I want my balloons to go into 3 sections. One to go down each of the sides, and one group to shoot down the middle. And that's exactly what they did. And I dropped a freeze right here. I hit the sweeper, hit the Inferno, and kept it moving. Has some decent rage spells in here. And this is one thing, though, while this attack's still going, I want to talk about. Look at all these structures on the outside. This guy's a number 1, and this guy, he's an idiot. he's a true idiot. We're gonna see that in a defense that we had later on where he attacked Jeff. But a lot of times when our number 1 in war, the stars that the opponents get on the number 1 versus the stars we get against a number 1, a lot of times they're the deciding factor in a war. This guy, and sometimes it's only 1 star. This guy is basically giving you 1 free star no matter what. So anyway, my lava pups end up taking out the town hall, And that's one thing that's different about Town Hall 10 and 11 versus a Town Hall 9 that our players really got to start thinking about when they start moving up. Is those lava pups, they don't stay alive as long as they do in against a Town Hall 9, because you don't have to worry about those infernos. A multi-target inferno is going to zap all of those lava pups very, very quickly. So I wind up bringing my heroes in late here, bring in 3 wall breakers that help open up that hole later when my heroes come back down, and it made it for a pretty easy 3-star. So let's move on to these defenses. I'm going to show you 2 of them, one against Soup and one against Jeff. The guy that hit Soup first, he is a Town Hall 9 going against an 8.5. He does a Lava Lunian attack, and he only brings 6 minions like an idiot. And look at Soup's sweepers right here. They are both going to the west. He drops his entire load from the west shooting east. And Soup's got a baby dragon and a dragon in his clan castle against a level 2 poison. And he poisons the baby dragon like an idiot. And that dragon is pretty much just going to spank half of his balloons on the south side out. And then there's this big group of balloons over here that I want everyone to watch. They just got healed, but look at this air sweeper. It's the air sweeper and the whiz tower against those balloons, and watch. Here go all of those balloons. Goodbye. All but one, and that one is just going to get hit by an air defense. It's a really well set up base by Soup. I really like this design, and it's a great hold. And the guy actually ended up with a 50% 1-star in there, so it didn't do anything really against us when we scored all of the stars. All right, and the other attack I want to watch is this guy attack Jeff, and he brings a I'm going to pause it for just a second. He brings in 18 Valkyries, which is more than what I will. He doesn't bring in any healers to help his queen out. He only has a level 20 queen, so a queen walk against a nearly maxed out Town Hall 10 isn't going to do much. But this guy right here, and I'm going to poke fun at Click here because this is something Click would do. And if I ever see a clan member do this, I'm going to laugh at them. But he's going to drop his golem right in front of this whiz tower, and he's got 7 wall breakers. And he drops his golem right at like 150, 152. And look at all those wall breakers. Goodbye. And now this golem is just going to be sitting there pounding against this wall like a fucking idiot that he is. Spreads his spreads 3 Valks out, and I don't know, it's like reverse funneling that he's doing. And then here comes my next favorite part. He brings in a pack of balloons right in front of an air defense. So there's an air mine. There's a seeking air mine. Loses half of his balloons before it ever even gets there. And look at that, 42 seconds later, finally, his golem is now through that wall with the help of a king. And it's hilarious. This guy, Biblick.vv, you're a fucking idiot. And just give up Clash now, because that's just a really poor attack. You brought heal spells against Infernos. You had no answer for the clan castle, in which your heroes, actually your king, ends up getting killed in. And your Valkyries get toasted. They go to the outside to run away from the Inferno, and then they end up getting toasted when they come back. So great defense, bad attack. It's asking for it. And he ends up getting a 54% 1-star on it. And that's just, when you're on 11 hitting a 10, that's just not acceptable. So, and then once again, there's the clan castle still alive, just hitting troops. So anyway, guys, great war. I really appreciate everyone's effort. I love when we attack early and start getting it, banging out these wars early. So thank you, and keep it up, and look forward to the next one.